Remember the first time we came here? And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated? We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've... Huh? Traveler? Whoa. What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer? Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one... Okay, but if we're both friends, helping you make more connections is a part...
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift...
Wait. You're... Huh?
Oh, dawning human... Well, one is...
You? Worrying about keeping a... Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless...
Oh? So...
Well...
One has never found one's...
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe.
One planned to extend the invitation. However, one would first
Yeah, we just...
If there are no urgent matters at hand...
Sounds great! Then
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence... Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
we're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will... Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go? Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay...
But why?
If one were to proudly proclaim once, one does not wish to trouble her.
Fair enough, makes sense.
Cloud Retainer?
Ugh.
Oh,
Is that lady someone you know? She is indeed. Oh, not to worry. Thank you, Weishin.
it's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was... but a simple test. One did not...
But recognizing...
And one was simply past...
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any... Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got...
Oh, is that...
one simply did...
I understand.
While one acknowledges... it still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now.
Cloud Retainer...
If you...
Wow, you've been to so many new places. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness.
A human name?
You really think so?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible.
Canyon?
An adeptus of years past.
Oh, that sounds super...
Actually, those lines were...
Huh? Wait, so you're really that...
And what of it?
Not...
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely... It is said that once, although I did not live on top of the drought, the books had this to... Upon arrival, the Adeptus
That's incredible.
Mortal records.
Even so, you stopped... Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot...
How Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured... Moreover, does she find her...
That is a...
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. Wanmin restaurants...
I see. Most...
Huh? But didn't you just...
can that wait?
You may return to your...
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon...
See you around... Whew. Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than we're...
You do it.
No.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering.
What would you like to order?
2 servings of Mora meat to go.
Shenhe!
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and...
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
this is...
Master?
Huh?
One does not recall ever revealing this for...
I've trained and lived with... Is something that...
Hardly.
And check out the great food...
Indeed. It's almost...
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, the lunch rush isn't it. Go ahead, sit.
Thank you, Chef.
Woohoo!
It is just as one expects. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far.
Seems like you've been making...
First, I tried to talk...
Oh, a sensible...
And you, Master? How...
Simply marvelous.
I see. I have missed Master quite...
Whoa.
By the way,
Indeed.
Ganyu told us the story...
I see.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master?
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in response.
Huh. What?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again?
Oh, you refer... Oh, it boggled. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final...
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Tis a most foreign sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason for...
It's nothing. It's just... I was just a little bit
To me,
This is not to say...
She got, like...
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with the lunch...
Mm-hmm.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of... The dishes here...
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super...
I'm sorry, miss.
Shall we try somewhere else? But it smells so...
Well, you could.
Okay, I'll ask her...
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you?
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Great. Thanks so much.
Granny?
Yep.
No,
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her. Granny, why don't you take a seat?
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since they died young. It's just me and Granny now. But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Huh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As once said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Miss Genyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, taking that as a no.
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shincho knows tons about lieues chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Unbelievable.
Everyone, please eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat.
It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Jingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage.
That's a deal.
Paimon feels like we just learned. Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too!
Well, so while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Do you have any other...
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Can't wait to see my adorable daughter.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straightward, Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence.
Oh, why so formal?
Well, approximately how much more would one need to...
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweet. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so?
Thank you.
Okay.
Sure thing.
I have a secret I want to tell you.
What's wrong, cheer you?
Well, I've been kind of...
Oh! About that.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an Adeptus.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who,
One is indeed an Adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Huh?
I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little, I had this super... She put me on her back and flipped. I really wanted to think, so I just...
Pure... Have you ever met one that's pure?
Never.
That's weird. Well, even if it was just in my head...
Leave it to us! Now let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Okay, I'll go get...
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here, I believe I used to have a room here.
I'll come with.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Shell! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous... I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the
An impressive imitation. Even so, the Archon War...
Cloud Retainer?
Once one had been one dwelling between...
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired. Although I do believe there...
One believes there is little need...
Granny, are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation, should you encounter it...
Everyone! I think Granny is finally...
Slowly now.
A long time. I don't remember. I was confined. One day I met... He told me that the pills were...
Wait, but if you're... And it was all thanks to the...
I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey! You're not useless.
Oh, fret not, dear child.
The recovery of a person's memories is a...
Next location... There isn't really... After all, if she... It's time to round up some bad guys! Attack! That's the way! Watch out!
Order guide you!
Do you remember anything about...
Let me think. I feel like but I don't...
Got it.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes, I brought some sweet snacks with... Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you! Then Paimon will help herself. Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Shuyu, this is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying, and eventually the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you. But you're always going to be different from me. I
don't care what you...
You're too... All right. Let's not stand around.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually...
Does this place feel familiar to you, Gran?
Let me see... How strange. When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just...
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. Paimon was hoping...
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not good...
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't
Mount
Outsong.
It does, but...
Are you feeling on...
My head...
Cloud...
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not. You may leave the rest to me.
Wait, really?
I know. Here.
Huh? But isn't this...
Precisely. It periodically soothing agitation.
Whoa, we could have come to Mount...
How preposterous. We Adepti can only help...
Paimon!
As previously mentioned.
Oh, Paimon can feel it.
And you end... it...
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned?
Wait, did you just call her by... You already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so... It's all come back to me. No, it's a Shuyu.
Please, Granny.
I know, dear. Some time ago.
Is this...
I am in truth. I spent many, though she never took me on as a... I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adept.
50 years ago?
That's right. She was the one I looked, but I was still far. She warned me that the...
Oh, no. So that was...
Was it because...
Indeed. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no, what happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage, but that was only the beginning of my troubles. Along with my memories looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortune.
Granny!
What coincidence, Master?
Human custom. One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
Oh, wait! Paimon's confused! So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale. One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. Truth, but soon, one unwilling to wishing to grant you a life without as for how to deliver, one took great care as one expected. One was quite torn. Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Stray clouds converge! Skyward! Seize the skies! Skyward! Those monsters would one was, after all, in the end, want to see you happy. Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
One had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Just as Yuendai troubled one with her end, upon finding, when one asked you, one had no choice but it bears mention. Perhaps fate brought you two together and more. Now all has been. One has always. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by.
Master, I must ask.
One has never, when it is time for one, 'tis a refuge. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike.
Thank you.
40 years ago, you chose a path without a Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by
So...
One will help her
She's gotta go back to being a...
Master, I don't know how I could...
Granny, please don't leave, okay?
Don't be sad, dear child. Don't forget to eat well, okay?
I promise, Granny.
Good girl. Good girl. I won't stop and... That's a good girl.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll live...
That's a good girl. I'm so sorry, Master.
You.
Let her be. Tears are a necessary part of maturation, now that the issue has been resolved.
We would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. Things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, It is only right to look out for the young ones.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh.
Madam...
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake.
I feel... Madam...
Oh. And...
I know Granny thought what... But... Even though Granny lost, I could become a cool adeptus like you.
Upon some reflection...
Thank you so much,
Shuyu, Paimon's gonna let you in on... If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats.
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal... That is precisely why...
Whoa! You're leaving Mount Outs?
One has never yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up, and one has reflected on this fact for many years now. One is most curious. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is... just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal?
One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Lieues Harbor.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can...
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has already picked out...
Seems like you've... Then how about we meet up and...
A sensible plan... Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense...
Awesome! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's
You're concerned...
To be... In what way are... I have to be careful.
We're here, Clow. Miss Shenyan?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning... I'll have you know.
Several...
Indeed. Their family...
Yep, they've...
Hear that? Had a... Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Shuyu! You got a new... Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Do I?
Master, I brought in...
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually...
It appears... Now, this expert you mentioned.
Soon. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Shen Yun. She's the one who's...
Huh.
Quite well, thank you.
Huh. So you two are all...
Indeed.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that...
Why, you...
Not at all.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relation.
Huh! A preposterous
Miss Shen Yun speaks...
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would... I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Jean...
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism. The same can be said for... I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is a...
All right. Then, in that case, Miss Shen Yun, I'll take the lot.
The Northland Bank?
Zhongli!
My friends.
We've been great! How about you?
My days have been... As for you, Miss
I must say, the...
Whatever for.
Well... One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one... This city...
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb.
All right, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get...
You make a valid point, Paimon.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that...
Oh?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago.
Ha! Hardly. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu. One has already passed word to Shenhun.
It should be a...
Shu Yu, come now. It is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He...
A humble employee.
Nice to meet you too.
That should be everyone.
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's...
That's how...
Huh?